even if time ain't really on my side. It's one of those days we're taking a walk outside. I'm blowing the day to take a walk in the sun and fall on my face in somebody's new mown lawn. I've been having a sweet dream. I've been dreaming since I woke up today, starring me and my sweet dream, 'cause he's the one makes me feel this way. And even if time is passing me by a lot, I couldn't care less about the dues you say I got. Tomorrow I'll pay my dues for dropping my load, a pie in the face for being a sleepy old toad. Mike, you want to take it?
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome. It is a joy to have you all here this morning on this beautiful Sunday morning. We know that some of our folks are traveling and experiencing the beauty of the summer. We bless them, those who are on the road today or having fun. But we are so glad you're here. So let's just take a moment and bring our attention fully into this space. And let's affirm together our invocation together. There is only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe, God, the good, omnipotent. Let's affirm that again. There's only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe, God, the good, omnipotent. So if you're watching us today on the live stream, thank you for joining us. Know that even if you aren't here in the room with us today, you are with us in spirit. And also wanted to tell you on one of the slides, maybe we could back up to it, there is a QR code. So if you want to follow along with a written order of service, you can just scan that QR code and follow along with us with the service today. So again, thank you for being here. Let's stand and sing. We have 3 visitors with us today, and I hope you have met them. Their names are Ruby, Violet, and Tinkerbell. And if you haven't met them, the whole Klosterman clan is here today. So they are fostering these 3 little girl puppies, and so they brought them along. And they are adorable, and if my cat Layla Bell wouldn't hate me forever, I would be taking one of them home. But they are adorable. Yes, Ruby and I have this thing now. But they are adorable, and they are available through Cedar Valley, and just loves. So they are the most chill puppies. We were very popular at Pride Fest yesterday because we had puppies. So people stopped by, and they just are adorable. So please check them out. If you're looking for a puppy, you're not going to find any sweeter ones than these. So I guess we're going to send our children out, and Miss Lisa and Miss Gladdy are going to be leading you in some music and movement today. So have a great time, and maybe you'll get to see the puppies too. So let's sing "We Are Walking in the Light." We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light, 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 in
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chris Klosterman. I get to be your platform chair here today, but funny enough, this brought back a couple of memories from my teaching days. Our own Tom Zimmerman came up to me and mentioned, just as a couple of my past students did, "Hey, does anybody tell you look like Kiefer Sutherland?" I'll take that. I appreciate that. But I won't be saying at any point during the announcements here, "No, cut the green wire." But what I will be saying, and this is just for everybody keeping score here and at home on the live stream, I'm going to be saying welcome table once, foyer once, a whole bunch of Susan Liddells, and a whole bunch of thank yous. So if you've got that, that's the card we're on today for this round as we begin. So welcome. If you are a guest here today, please pick up an information packet at the check. And thank you very much for you joining us and for everyone joining us each and every Sunday. And now, an announcement about YFM.
As you know, our children, our families are taking vacations, all of that kind of stuff right now to get ready before school starts. So we've given our Sunday school regular volunteers the month of July off, but we have some special things planned. So today, Lisa and Gladys are leading the children in music and movement. Next week, right now, the children will be with us in the sanctuary. But on the fourth Sunday of the month, I'll be leading the children. Jan Hartman will be leading the lesson and the meditation that day, so you'll be blessed. But I'll be with the children. We're going to have a camping theme, so we hope the children will come and join us for that. And then on the last Sunday of July, Tracy Sepley and Ann Lully will be doing a craft project with the kids. So just so you know, we still have some things happening for the kids, and then our regular program will begin again the first Sunday in August. So thank you.
Thanks, Reverend Debra. The Elaine Fisher Community Cupboard continues to collect toilet paper of any kind. There is a bin in the foyer. Check. This is a much requested item by those we serve. Next, if you are a ministry team leader, you are asked to attend a meeting today following the service. The agenda for the meeting is to review some practical aspects of team management in preparation for a busy fall. Snacks served. And I will say, first rule of meetings is serve snacks. And then here's where all the thank yous come in. Thank you for the Pride Festival participation, the volunteering, the tremendous work that goes into having a booth there, and the attendance at Pride Fest. Our own Susan Liddell is on the chair, or is on the board of CR Pride, and over 23,000 people showed up on Saturday. There we go. What is your vision for your life, your relationships, your career, your community, and your world? Reverend Debra will lead a fun Vision Quest play shop on Saturday, July 15th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Sacred Grounds and Books. Your Vision Quest is an opportunity to release attachments to old dreams, assess current reality, and retrain and retool your consciousness for an expanded and focused vision. Please register ahead of time by signing up, two welcome tables, this one snuck in, up at the welcome table, or use the link in the e-news. Lunch is provided and the workshop is offered on a love offering basis. Next, if you have a prayer concern today, our prayer partners, Susan Liddell and Jan Griffith, licensed Unity leaders, are honored to pray with you. Susan is also our Sunday assistant. And now our statement of purpose. Please join me. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. We gather to create an experience of spirit. At Unity CR, we offer practical teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. Meeting you right where you are, we endeavor to provide a variety of ways to support your path of spiritual living. Our mission is to provide spiritual awareness and share the wonder and joy of God's love. And our daily word for this Sunday is power. I look within and discover my power. Great power lies within me, like a treasure chest full of gold and precious jewels buried in my own backyard. It is so close that I sometimes overlook it, leading me to search near and far, seeking strength and value outside myself. Yet my power is in my potential, a gift for me to discover. I am endowed with wisdom, love, and creativity, gemstones meant to be uncovered and shared with the world. I am rich in my capacity to use these gifts to reach goals and create my life with intentionality. As I think, speak, and behave in accordance with my divine abilities, I share my treasures. I bring into the light the hidden parts of myself, knowing my power comes from expressing my best self. And from Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10. For we are what he has made us, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand to be our way of life.
Let's stand and sing joy. Sing our joy.
Deep
silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, good is there. In the light now you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
In the silence, you are invited into that space within your own being in this moment, into a space that transcends just the ability to quieten your heart and minds, but into the true silence of your being. Where you can hear the still, small voice of the divine. In the silence. Love is there, truth is there, peace is there, joy is there. In that space, in that place, in that atmosphere within you is a realm of possibility and potential that is waiting and ready to be called forth into expression. Maya Angelou wrote, "It is a belief in the power larger than myself and other than myself which allows me to venture into the unknown and even the unknowable." That allows us to venture into the unknown and even the unknowable. We are told in Scripture in Psalm 46, "Be still and know that I'm God." And as we know this, as we let go and let God be God in us, as we open our being and empty ourselves so that we are immersed in this realm of possibility and potential, that which was unknown becomes known. That which we do not see for ourselves is revealed to us. That we are powerful. That our essence is whole. And so as we rest now in silence, in that true silence that is beyond merely quietness, we let go. We release. We venture into the known and the unknown, and we let God be God in us. Creator, sustainer, we thank you for this time in which we have experienced the fullness of our being, in which we have entered into this place within us where that which is known and even that which is unknowable is revealed to us. We thank you for this time in which we have gathered together in this room in prayer, for it unites us heart to heart and soul to soul in love. And we send forth our blessing to the person to the left of us, to the person to the right of us, the person in front, behind, and we accumulate this love and we send it forth into our world to do its good and perfect work. We thank you, God. We thank you, Spirit. We thank you, divine love. We thank you, Creator, Sustainer. We thank you. And so it is, and so it shall ever be. Amen.
And the living is easy. Fish are jumping, the cotton is high, so high, your daddy's red, your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Well, one of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings and you're gonna fly until that morning. Ain't nobody gonna hurt you, no. Mammy and Daddy standing there. fish are jumping, cotton is high, so high. Your daddy's rich, your mama good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Oh, I hear a bird.
Pretty,
Yeah.
pretty.
You know, I love that song. And I mean, the title of this lesson comes from that song, Easy Living. And living may not always be easy. We know that. I think there's some level of toxic positivity if we think that life is always going to be, you know, a bed of roses, that we all have these experiences that come along over which we have little to no control. We experience those, and so we can't say that life is always easy, but I do think that we sometimes make it harder than it needs to be. So let me explain. I was pregnant with my daughter, and I decided I wanted to go get the car washed, and I went to one of those car washes, those self-serve car washes where you put the quarters in and you take the wand. And there was no trigger on the wand. You just had to control it. There was a holster to put the wand in, but then you turned it on with a knob on the wall near where you put the quarters in. Well, I turned it on, and I'm washing the car with the wand. Everything's going great until my time ran out. Now, rather than putting the wand back into the holster, I just laid it down on the ground, put the money in, and turned it on full blast. Well, guess what happened? The wand is spinning around, and I'm like bobbing and weaving, trying to keep from being hit. Finally, I realized what I needed to do, and that was, you know, lie low and go over and turn the knob on the wall. But it dawned on me as I was thinking about this story the other day that that's such a great metaphor for my life. I spend time trying to bob and weave through life, trying to avoid those things that are difficult to deal with so that they don't smack me around, rather than taking care of it from its source. And so we make life a lot more difficult than it needs to be at times. The quote from Maya Angelou that I used in the meditation, it is this belief in a power larger than myself and other than myself, which allows me to venture into the unknown and even the unknowable. And how many times do we forget that? We forget the words of 1 John 4, greater is that which is within me than anything that is in the world. Again, how many times do we forget that? That we can go to this very source of power and potential and wisdom and discernment to figure out why those things keep presenting themselves in our lives if it is a pattern of experience. We can go to the source of that. We can do our own internal investigation, if you will, so that we're no longer trying to prevent these difficulties exploring them and dealing with them and trying to navigate them from the level of the issue, from the problem itself. Do you remember that old joke? A person goes to the doctor and says, "Doctor, it hurts when I do this." And the doctor says, what's the doctor say? Don't do that, right? So we experience that kind of thing in our lives again and again and again. We continue to have the same mindset or the same set of behaviors that continue to draw to us, create in our lives that same pattern of experience over and over again. And again, that's really good advice. Don't do that, but it's a little bit more difficult than just saying those words. If you're fixated, focused, stuck, stubbornly trying to resolve a chronic problem, you're doing it with the same strategy, the same skill set, the same toolbox that you were using before, then as our friends in recovery will say, if you do nothing, nothing happens. And again, if you try to deal with it from the level from which it is created, again, borrowing from our friends in recovery, what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, right? And so we need a new skill set. We need a new set of spiritual tools, perhaps. And I think that that's what easy living is all about, creating some new strategies to navigate life so that we stop the bobbing and the weaving. We allow ourselves to make our lives so difficult at times, and sometimes we allow others to create an expectation that they foist upon us that we try to live into that also creates a whole set of difficulties. Yesterday during Pride Fest, I was very amazed at how people related to one another. If you've never been to a Pride event, it is just this exuberant expression, demonstration of love and joy. I can't explain it any other way. People are loving and open and accepting. It is a joyous, remarkable event. And not only is it a time of celebration, but I also got very clear yesterday that it is a time of appreciation. You know, these remarkable creations, these remarkable images of God and all their glory with their wings and their colors and their outfits. And I was just struck by it. And I don't know how many times I told somebody, I love your outfit today. But it is not only a time of appreciation, of celebration, but also a time of appreciating not only ourselves, but the world in which we live and those other images of God that come into our lives. And I think sometimes the first place to begin in our lives, if we want to truly experience something new, to stop living in and through those same difficulties over and over again, is to widen the aperture of our vision, to widen the focus. I know in my life I have had many times a myopic vision regarding how something needs to be solved and resolved. But there's a time when we must color outside the lines. Jesus said, unless you become like a little child, you shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. And have you ever been around children? Have you ever been a child? You know, there are times in my life when I'm not sure as a child I was a child, because there was a set of expectations that I needed to step into as a child that were beyond my maturity. And I know many of you have had that same experience. And so for me to experience joy, to be spontaneous, has been a learned experience in my adulthood, not as a child. But a healthy child, a child that's creative, a child that is joyous, colors outside the lines. The grass can be purple, the sky can be green, and it's perfectly acceptable. And we've lost that openness. We've lost that expansive vision of how the world can be. And so we create this very myopic, very narrow set of, in our mindset, these set of skills that we need to transform our lives. We've lost that sense of creativity, of creative thinking about the possibility of change. We become rigid, perhaps. But it's time for us to invite this divine power and potential to take shape within us, to let go of our stubborn insistence on our narrow focus. We all, I can venture to guess, have at one time or another carried around some excess baggage, some excess emotional baggage. I know I certainly have. We collect it, we carry it around. We allow it to be the filter through which we screen and confirm every experience of life. We carry our pain, our fears, our negative experiences, our set of limited beliefs. Sometimes we even identify ourselves by it. This weighs us down. It distracts us from seeing the possibilities in life. We allow it to confirm the bias that we have about the world, about ourselves. We have this filter. And so when we allow the world to be projected through this screen, through this filter, we say, aha, there it is. This confirms the limited views I have about myself and about our world. It becomes this feedback loop that continues to create the same thing over and over and over again. Some years ago, Don and I were watching a football game, and the quarterback was sacked, and they thought he was injured. And when he came back into the game, he seemed tentative and fearful about being hurt again. I can't blame him. I can't imagine what it's like to be out on that field and have 275-pound men coming at you all the time. I guess that's why he earns the big bucks and I'm a minister, right? But it struck me that we play at life that way sometimes. And it's a normal reaction. It's a normal response to pain. It's like touching fire as a child, right? You learn not to touch the hot stove or the flame in the candle. But if we continue to live life like that, we build these walls around us that impede the experience of joy in our lives, and we make life more difficult than it needs to be. Emily Cady wrote in Lessons in Truth, "There is no permanent or real outward way of escape from miseries or circumstances. All help must come from within." All help must come from within. And what is within you? The very power, the transformative power of the divine itself. And so we need to refocus our thinking, to expand our horizons, to stop being so myopic about the difficulties that we face and the solution of them. To get clear about what you want to experience in your life. That's what our Vision Quest is all about, broadening the expanse of our vision. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, once said, "Today is the day of miracles." Today is the day of miracles. Yet, just as I say that indeed today is a day of miracles, I can tell you that in truth there's no such thing as a miracle. Charles Fillmore, I believe, would say that as well. A miracle is merely a glimpse of this realm of possibility and potential in which we are always immersed. A miracle is not, for me, some divine intervention. It is an opening in our own being to something greater that is within us. It is not a supernatural occurrence. It is opening our consciousness to that which is truly natural for us, which is to experience this power, this potential. It is not an extremely unusual event, although we might term it that. It is indeed something that gives us a glimpse of that which we are to experience in our lives. As we let go of our myopathy and we open ourselves to the vastness of that which is within us. The worst argument, I've shared this, I'm not going to share this story in any detail because I shared it not too long ago, but the worst argument that Don and I ever engaged in was in 1996. I remember the year even. Putting up a tent. Truly was. Both of us are hard-headed. We truly are hard-headed, both of us. And we know that about ourselves, and over the past 30 years, we've learned to navigate that. And so our hard-headedness caused us both to try to put this tent up. Now, not reading the directions, of course. But yesterday, when we were putting up the canopy for the Pride booth, that scenario, that scene flashed in front of my consciousness again. And I realized that I'm still hard-headed. I still want to be in control. And it's true that I have a certain expectation of the way that things should be done. And sometimes in my life, I can be a little rigid around that. And I make my life more difficult than it needs to be. I don't know about you, but I need that more expansive, that more joy-filled, that more hilarious experience of life rather than this narrow, less than curious one that sometimes I express and experience. You know, sometimes we're sleepwalking in life. We don't know exactly what it is within us that's causing this pattern of difficulties. And so my invitation to you today is to get in touch with that, to do that inventory within yourself, to listen to what you say about yourself, to listen to those cognitive distortions in your own mind and in your own heart. Do you say things like, I've never succeeded, I'm always having difficulties, my relationships are always fraught with chaos and difficulty? Are you catastrophizing or are you minimizing? That's a cognitive distortion. Are you making it more than it is, or are you denying the truth of what it is? Are you, as author Raphael Kushner says, damning the future before it has a chance to arrive, which we do through this myopic, narrow view of life that we project on the world around us? So, if that is your experience, if you find yourself making life more difficult for yourself than it needs to be, begin to do that internal work. Begin to reflect on this pattern of experience that you may be manifesting and demonstrating in your life. And if you're like me, let go of your obstinance and your stubbornness and your hard-headedness and open yourself to a new movement of spirit within you that will begin to make life less difficult and more easy. God bless you.
Changing things up here, taking advantage of Jason's piano playing skills. And I just want to say that, send out a prayer for Carlos Farreau, who is Mike's Mike's partner, musical partner, who plays the violin, who was going to be here today but couldn't because he's feeling under the weather. So let's just all send him all the joy he can take.
Partner in crime.
Partner in crime, yeah. One, two, one, two, three. Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Oh, blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Take it, Mike. Do da do ba da 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 do da da ba da da ba do ba do ba do ba do ba da da ba 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 da 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 dee da do dee da 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 dee da ba ba da 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 ba da ba da ba da da ba da do ba do ba da do ba do ba do ba da do da da da. Jason. Let's take it from the top, guys. Let's take so everybody can sing. I see a lot of people singing. Sing along. Blue skies shining on me. Nothing but blue skies. Nothing but blue skies. Do I see bluebirds singing a song? Bluebirds singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds all day long. Nothing but bluebirds all day. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Ba-do, 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 da-do-ah.
And now, the blessing of our tithes and offerings. Would the ushers please come forward with the baskets? We bless these baskets and the abundance they will soon receive. We see them as symbols of the potential available to all of us. As we participate in the sacred act of giving and receiving, we give abundantly, we receive thankfully, and give again generously. Join me now in our offertory statement. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
I before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
We take a moment to surround all those who've asked us to pray with them and for them. We trust and know that God is doing a mighty work in and through them, to heal, to bless, to prosper them, to bring them peace of mind and heart. And so we release these prayer requests, we let them go, trusting and knowing that truly all is well. And we dedicate and we consecrate these tithes, these gifts, and these offerings to the will and the work and the way of the Christ as it expresses through this ministry of love and service. And so it is. Amen. And now let's stand and join together in singing, Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect unity. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyful vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. God bless you all.